Hello and welcome back to the tutorial series. So we have this shape model as a generic model for the church. We have the floor plans and the reference images for doing everything. So now we're going to see what's next to be done. I guess the facade and maybe let's say the lateral sides, how do they look like, and I think basically this will be the video about, and maybe and I think the next one will be about completing various details everywhere. Here up at the top side, here at the, let's say, loggia, or I don't know how to call it, the balcony area, some roofs and so on. But I think we'll start with this area, this front area of the church, and let's see how does it look at the front. I would like some sort of, I don't know, elevation or something. So let's check some pictures. I think, yeah, I think this is it. Looks good enough. Yeah, let's check if this is the front really. I think yes. Let's see the article itself. But firstly, let's connect to the internet and then refresh the browser page. And let's check everything. Oh, oh, okay, but there are many interesting details. There is some sort of join which is has of some sort of ornament value, but also some structural value. Wow, actually, this looks very interesting. It looks like a Lego type of stuff. So if you look closely at the detail, this this I think is one piece assembled. This is another piece assembled, and so this is one piece, this is one piece, and this is another piece somehow put in between. Wow, it, yeah. So this is a piece, let's check, and it's assembled. This is another piece, and this is somehow assembled. And okay, it's an interesting sort of structural finding. Yeah. So this will be the kind of details we're going to do. So we're going to do this kind of windows, arches or whatever. So let's go to the website and maybe check the facade. Okay. So this is the entrance. There are some pictures and yeah, okay. So this is the facade. Now I have, let's say, some sort of reference image. I think I will save this image and I will bring into my Revit project, insert, import image, downloads, and yeah, I have my image. And I think this should be copied on the west elevation, no, or the east. sorry, on the east elevation, somewhere here. Okay. And yeah, let's see how do we, oh, this, no, not east, west. What is this? Why, no, hidden line actually. No, it was good here on the west elevation actually. I had wireframe, I don't know where, how to look and where to look. Okay. Oh, it seems that the roof itself is actually taller. It's more extended. Let's check. Oh, it's not that steep. Okay, so I think we're gonna fix the roof first and then we'll check everything else. So it's not that steep actually. It goes something like until here. And then we have something here, something like this. And then we have here something as well. We need to do some adjustments, it seems. Okay. Yeah, this is a fair adjustment. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we'll fix the roof firstly. Okay. Now yeah, it is more accurate. This should be accurate as well. Okay. Okay. Now it is, let's say, fixed. Okay. Now we go in 3D because some things have changed. And to section 2. Section 3. Or let me go into 3D. So yeah, no, section 3. Okay. And I should go, I think, until here. And this should go, I think, until here. And I think section 2. Let's check. Okay. Oh, this is a bit different. Let me think. I need to bring this a bit more upwards, that's for sure. No, actually, let's bring this more upwards. We'll see where is the error. We are in section 2. And then we'll fix basically what's to be done. No, actually it should come over here, I think. And now I think it should be okay. Let's check. Okay. The corner was basically nailed. I resolved the problem. Now I have the lower part. And I have section 2. And I think this should come like this. Okay. Onto this line. Okay, let's check. Yes. Okay, now let's say the equation is satisfied. Now I have the third extrusion to reconsider, and now I go into south elevation, and this corner is changed. I move it here. This is changed over here, and I think it should be okay. Yeah, it looks far better. Okay, there's a bit of a problem. Right. Yeah, it is because it isn't symmetrical, so this point should be around here, I guess. And this point should be around here, I think. Uh, I don't know how, 122. Okay. Okay, supposedly go 120. So I need to go something like in here, something like in here. Now I calculate to make this triangle to have it as well in here. That's why I'm drawing some guidelines to do my roof slope symmetrical. Now I have done my roof symmetrical, but I have problem over here. And this will be extended, let's say, but I go until over here, until I intersect this line. Something like this. I think I leave it as is and we'll see. Okay, let's check. Okay, far better. Not perfect, but far better. Yeah, it's a delicate job. Okay. Let's see if it's something missed. Section 3. Section 2. I think this should be moved more like here. Should be continuous. Something like adjusting everything to fit. Okay. Mm. Yeah, I have a subtle problem here. Here my edge is diagonal, here my edge is more to the right, and I don't understand the reason. Uh, if I place myself to the left, oh, okay. No, the slope is too. It's not steep enough. It should be something like this. Yeah. Now I think it's better. And now section 2. Now this should be even more steep. And let's check now. So here it is okay. There is something that it's not clear to me. Why is like that? So let's check left. Let's do some measurements here until here. Now I want to do some measurements from here. I can't do any measurements. Why? Only in elevation, really. Something is a bit asymmetrical for some reason. Yeah, something's a bit asymmetrical. What's the distance here? 2.5. What's the distance here? 2.5. It's okay. 2.45. 2.45 is actually symmetric here. Okay. So yeah, these sides are symmetrical. What about this? Okay, this is symmetrical. This looks a bit off, in my opinion. And other than that, I don't see anything. Okay. Let's check here the south. Maybe it will give an answer. Okay. Let's do it like this. Yeah. Okay. 3D. Is it better now? Somewhat. I don't know. I'll leave it as is and we'll see. Or we accept such error, let's say. Okay, so we will start with the facade. Let's scale it to the right dimensions, and maybe I will do this, let's say, wireframe, I guess. Let's fit this somehow. Yeah, override graphic by element. Let's make it 50% transparent, and let's check how it goes. Okay, this should be higher. Let's bring this to a corner like this or something. Let's bring it to a corner. I think, and that should be it, let's say. Okay. Yeah, I have everything aligned. Okay, this is aligned, let's say. Okay. Now I have everything in place. Now I should think about how to retract some areas, and I think I will do some extrusions. So I think one way to do this, let's say, shape, I'll create some extrusions here. I have one profile, a second. I won't do sweeps anymore. Actually, yeah, I won't use them. So void extrusion would be this one. The second would be this. The third would be this. The other would be this. And then I go on the other side and do this profile, but over the facade. And that will give me the roof shape over here. Yeah, that will give, let's say, the roof shape. That will give me the roof shape. And then I'll start to sculpt the Loggias. This, basically these arches, how are they, how is this door, etc. Let's make it. Can't I make this? No. I thought only model elements can be transparent. What a pity. Okay, so supposedly. Okay, so supposedly I'm going to double click and create a void extrusion, create void extrusion, pick a plane, and will be this big guy. And let's say I make it wireframe, and now I know 1 point something. It's a lot. I leave it as, let's say, 0.70. Would be more realistic, and something like this. Maybe something like this. And this is an extrusion. I don't know if we have to do them separately or united. Maybe I have separate things to edit, so I keep them separate. Okay, I have one object, let's say create void forms, void extrusion, pick a plane, then use basically use this. Okay, 1 meter offset is kind of a lot. Okay, let's say I do this, and that should be enough. Maybe I'll keep it at 70 centimeters. Okay. Okay. And now I do my 70 centimeter offset with the base. Something like this, I don't know. Let's check. Okay, finish model. Continue with those extrusions. That is important to make them properly. And by doing these extrusions, we'll have room for other cuts that basically will mark the building. So, okay. Let me put hidden line again. So I have some extrusions made, which is great. Create similar, pick a plane, this big plane. Let me make it wireframe to see where do I draw this. I actually did it like this, but it was from perspective, so I think I can keep it right as well. Here downwards I can keep it slope, but here upwards I don't necessarily need that actually. Yeah, I don't actually need that. Okay, so we're going to keep modeling. Okay, and I said that I will adjust this extrusion separately, finish model. And now I think I can go into 3D and use whatever I had created here to create my roof profiles. Okay, let's extend, okay. And now we'll just extrude here like this. Okay, we have a profile. And I have another profile, let's say. Great. This profile, of course, can be adjusted. This will be the rock base, let's say. And now I have done, let's say, my roof. Okay. Now I do the profile here, like this. Now I do my profile here, like this. Okay. This should be done around all the sides. And now I will go create similar and set my work plane. Let me think. This one, whatever. I set to the front. and I told 70. Okay, I did my roof profile. Okay, then create similar, set work plane, this one I told 70. Okay, rock base like this. Okay, great, great. Again, let's check. So this will be extended here towards the end. This will be extended as well. And now I have, let's say, my front area, which looks great. Let's go to west. Now I have, as you can see, I have my profile. One is more pronounced, one it isn't. Maybe this should be more, a bit more sloped, less sloped, I guess. Something like this. I don't know, something like this. Okay. Oh, no. Switch. Click. Okay. I switched. Okay. Okay, so let's say now I have my facade. Finish model. And now I can see that I have somewhat my profile, and now it will be time to do my arches and everything. So to do my arches and everything, so let's see how many arches do we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 arches over here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. The gray door and another 4 arches, let's see. Okay. Then I will try to create my extrusions. Create void extrusion. Pick a plane. Set pick a plane. I'll pick. Now I'll switch to wireframe to see my arches. Modify. I'll create void extrusion. Set pick plane. Hidden line. Okay, and now I switch to wireframe and do my arches. Okay, let's set an arch. This is an arch. Okay, and let's see from where do we start from. Here, let's say. Okay, I draw this lower line, and now I should copy this. Okay. Okay. Don't like how it's this. Okay, let's copy it. Okay. No, actually, I'll copy these. Oh, here. let's say to here. Okay, and on here. 2, 4, 6, and 8, and I need another one. And this should be, let's say, equally spaced. And now I will have to place them, let's say, accordingly. Okay. This will be in the middle, let's say. Okay, this will be something like here. Something like here. Something like here. Something like here. Okay. And I think this will be mirrored. Mirror. Okay. And now I have, let's say, my windows, my arches, or whatever they are. These look fairly good. Okay. Create similar. I will set my work plane. Okay. And now I will do this. So I have this line, this line, this line, this. Okay. I have an arch over here. I have an arch over here. I have something drawn over here, let's say. Let's do a profile to kind of, let's say, kind of be similar to what was done. Okay. Okay. This is an idea. Okay. Let's say I have this. When I copy, let's copy. Great. And now we can do another great copy. It should be like this. And I think the door will have separate void. Okay. Okay. Great. Finish. Let's see how does it look in 3D. Absolutely marvelous. Okay, we have a pattern, I guess. Now it starts to take shape, but of course there are many details to model. Okay, let's go to, let's do a Control S, west. Okay, now we should do the door. Yeah, now we should do the arch door. Let's go to hidden line and then double click double click and create void extrusion, pick a plane. I picked a plane. Now I will go to wireframe, do my door. Let's do my door. Okay, now I have my door. Let's draw my door entrance shape. Okay, great. Now I'm pretty satisfied. I have my door 3D. Actually, I think this door should come a bit lower. Or no, I have, let's say I have 3 staircases. I haven't defined yet an elaborate staircase, let's say. I can do something like this maybe. And maybe this will help a bit. Yeah, let's say. Even though arguably on that facade it's just on a portion of it. Okay, then maybe I will create a void extrusion and just get rid basically of the excess stone, let's say. And it will be maybe something like this. Or maybe I create on another side, create create void extrusion, pick a plane, this plane, and then let's say I draw my custom stairs. So I have this, this, this. I have my stair plane. I go like this and like this. And when this gets mirrored, I guess, let's say this would be my, that would be my profile. This profile will be moved more forward. The face would be this back one. And now I have made my stairs, let's say. And this will be extended. And now I have, let's say, my base. Maybe extrude a bit forward. And yeah, now it looks better. So now I have, let's say, my entrance. Yeah, it starts to take shape. So yeah, that's great.